Y'all, bringing you a video real quick on how to modify your Hercules tools and batteries to work with the DeWalt's and other brands and stuff like that. So real quick, you have the main positive, the main negative, and then the balancing lead slash temperature sensor in there. How do you know which one? Is going to be your next question, because some people are wanting to do it on the 20 volt. So you're going to have to get into the tool for this one. DeWalt makes it really easy on their 12 volt. They only have one pin. I think on their 20 volts they have two pins, so then of course you have to get into the tool, unless there's something else in there I don't know about. But basically what I did was, I took a T10 right here, and I used it to get this tool apart with those screws there I showed in the other video, and I figured out which one of these pins here, the smaller ones, had a wire on it. This one here, the one that's pulled, did. This one has nothing on it. It's just there for looks. So once you figure that out, then you have to correspond it to the battery. So it slides on this way from the back, and I corresponded that pin is going to be on the right next to the main negative. Okay, so once you get that far, so you have the main negative right here, and then you have to, and right next to it is that temperature sensor. But now you have to figure out how is it hooked up in the battery. So you can do that by opening the battery, or another quick test will show it too as well. You can just use this Harbor Freight cheap meter, or some of the other ones work fine too. Set it to DC. It's for batteries. You can set it on 20 volts there. And then you're just going to test right here, obviously between the mains, and you're going to have 11 volts. And then if you test for that, where that pin is right there, which would be your temperature sensor, I'm not getting anything. So if I put my main lead back on the positive and bring this negative over, I can see I'm getting voltage there. And that's because that's hooked up as a negative lead on the negative side of the battery, which will help you, because what you'll do is you'll turn this meter to resistance down here, ohms, and you can start at the highest setting, and that'll give you a general 10 there, but I was able to keep turning it down. That was 2000 kilo ohms. Now we're getting the 10.9. Then we're going to go to the 20K here and 20,000 range. And you're seeing I'm getting the 10.3, and that's how I figured out the resistor size. I need a 10,000 ohm resistor, because this reads up to 20,000, because if I go below that into 2,000, I'm not getting anything. I'm sorry. Yeah, right here, yeah. You're gonna check for resistance. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that. Check for resistance between that temperature pin and your negative, because that's how they're hooked up in the battery. So if you go back up though, you're getting 10. Now originally when I tested this I was getting like 9 something. You can see it's kind of jumping around there. This is a cheaper meter. I don't know if it's the leads or whatnot. You won't also need these jumper wires like I do. If you get a meter with real fine pins, I'll list one in the thing so you can test this stuff without these. But you can always make up your own little jumper wires here. And so we'll test it one more time there, and you can see, and that's how I knew I had 10,000 ohm resistor I needed for inside the tool to make it work. Jumper between the negative and the temperature sensor. And if you want to just for giggles, we'll put the DeWalt battery up here to show you the difference. So again, between the main positive and the negative, that's how this battery even works in this tools, because they're on the same side, main negative and point positive. I'm getting 11.42, and then this pin here, if I were to do it, if I tried checking for power, you would see 7 volts right there. That's because this is a balancing lead pin. So if you're not getting the full 11 volts, it's just a balancing lead. But if I check, now see, I won't be able to check here because theirs is hooked up on the positive side. You can see that there. If I put this over here like this, now I get that 11 volts. So that is how you'll know that this temperature is hooked up is, like I said, the main, see that main voltage, and then you'll do the same way. Since you know this temperature sensor is hooked up to the positive side, you go down here and yep. You go down here and check for ohms. I'm getting some ohm resistance. So you just need to do that on the 20 volt system. Check everything the same way, and then you'll be able to put a resistor in there and make the tool work. Alright y'all, hopefully that was helpful. Give me a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe down below. Any comments is appreciated. I'll try to help you all as much as I can. Hope you like these videos. I'll keep putting them out for you. Have a great day, and God bless.